Kuzan, better known by his former alias Aokiji, is a former Marine admiral and the first one to be revealed. He was nominated by Sengoku for the position of fleet admiral. However, after losing the position to Sakazuki, he resigned from the Marines. He is currently a member of the Blackbeard Pirates. Kuzan is a very laid-back man, showing no shock or surprise from almost anything. His lack of interest and lazy justice, darakekita seiji, often leads others to believe he cannot possibly be a Marine of such a high ranking, which causes them to underestimate him, making him all the more dangerous. However, if he deems the situation worthy, he will take action. During the Whitebeard War at Marineford, Aokiji grudgingly shredded his usual lax and friendly nature for a more ruthless and aggressive personality, repeatedly targeting Whitebeard himself with his Hi-Hi-No-Mi, managing to severely injure Daimon Jozu and generally hampering any attempts at rescue or escape for the invading pirate fleets. Aokiji is a compassionate man, helping Tunjit at Long Ringland to cross the ocean with his ability and even letting Nico Robin escape the buster call on O'Hara by providing a small boat while also a trail of ice for her to leave safely, even sabotaging the ships that were about to go after her. Despite being a Marine, this compassion can even extend to pirates as long as their actions are mostly benevolent. He chose not to arrest or kill Luffy because the young pirate had defeated Crocodile beforehand, thus saving Arabasta from the latter's malevolence. The thing called justice changes its shape depending on where you stand. In contrast to his former colleague, Fleet Admiral Sakazuki, Kuzan sometimes tolerates compromises with pirates. He is disgusted by Sakazuki's brutal actions in dealing with situations such as the O'Hara incident, calling him a fool. While he follows lazy justice, he does understand the position his ranking puts him in and does not hesitate to do what is necessary for the needs of the Marines, even if reluctantly. He froze his former friend Jaguar D. Sol to death during the O'Hara incident following this reasoning. As a Marine, Kuzan was a faithful follower of the world government. His motto used to be burning/fired up justice, Moegaru Seiji, before switching to lazy justice. He always tried to follow orders, but sometimes found his own ideals in opposition to them. Even as Kuzan followed his orders, he would occasionally exhibit a sense of mercy and honor other world government officials did not. Like many characters in One Piece, for example, Jaguar D. Sol and Smoker, after witnessing the senseless murder of many innocent people, Kuzan has come to realize the depths to which the world government will sink to accomplish their goals. His relaxed demeanor while performing the more macabre of his duties is similar to that of Borsellino, making him one of the more complicated characters in the series. Despite not really wanting the position of Fleet Admiral, he was even more opposed to Sakazuki getting the position due to the latter's immense ruthlessness and dueled his fellow admiral rather than letting him take it. After being defeated, Kuzan chose to resign from the Marines rather than stay under Sakazuki's command. Having left the Marines and realizing just how truly corrupt the world government had become after the time skip, Kuzan became a wanderer. He still cares for his friends, rescuing Smoker from Don Quixote da Flamingo's fury during a visit to Punk Hazard. However, Kuzan appears to be now involved in shady dealings with pirates, having joined forces with the Blackbeard Pirates for unknown reasons. Da Flamingo was convinced that Kuzan had something planned while Smoker thought the same, as he was aware of Kuzan's involvement in the underworld. Kuzan reassured Smoker that he had not changed at all, cryptically stating that he could still accomplish things as an independent observer. While an admiral, Kuzan held power over the thousands upon thousands of lower-ranked Marine personnel, his status being just below Fleet Admiral Sengoku's. He could command whole fleets, have a say on the overall strategy of the organization, and issue special orders, like the enactment of a buster call on any island he deemed a threat, and delegate to lower-status government agents the same privilege. With his resignation, of course, came the forfeiture of any such powers. Combat-wise, Kuzan is among the strongest characters to have appeared in the series, having been held with his fellow admirals as the greatest military power that the world government and Marine headquarters could bring to bear. As one of the Marines' chiefest assets, his departure left a notably detrimental impact on their force, as supported by the Five Elders calling him an enormous power in their dismay over Kuzan's affiliation with the Blackbeard Pirates. Even during Kuzan's days as a vice admiral over 2 decades ago, his strength was already considered abnormal for someone of his rank, as illustrated by him taking down Jaguar D. Sol, an ex-vice admiral, an extremely powerful giant, with great ease and in a mere 2 attacks, after his foe had fled at Kuzan's mere sight. In the Summit War, Kuzan's power was well exemplified against the Blackbeard Pirates, with him engaging Whitebeard, the world's strongest pirate, head-to-head and holding his own, albeit briefly, until Jozu's interference. He would go on to battle Jozu, one of Whitebeard's most formidable men, and defeat him with relative ease upon exploiting an instant's distraction of his foe, robbing him of an arm and incapacitating him for the total rest of the war. Ultimately, Kuzan himself emerged from the war almost entirely unscathed, with nothing but a small bruise to show for it. Against Akainu, Kuzan would prove his then-fellow admirals equal in strength. A one-on-one duel between the two saw them meeting one another blow for blow through most of it, such that it took 10 entire days to settle. Though Akainu was the one to emerge victorious, both men sustained grievous injuries. After the time skip and having joined hands with Blackbeard, Kuzan has become a powerful asset of the Emperor's crew. In Totoland, Kuzan managed to freeze up and defeat Charlotte Cracker, one of Big Mom's strongest commanders with an belly 860 million bounty, without coming to harm himself. Kuzan ate the Hai Hainomi, a Logia-type devil fruit that allows him to create, control, and transform his body into ice. Compared to most Logia users who, when transformed, can let physical attacks pass through their fluid bodies, Kuzan is more easily hit since ice is a solid element. However, he still goes unharmed by enemy attacks that are not infused with Haki. Instead of dissipating out of harm's way, his body shatters apart when struck, only to reform as effortlessly as any Logia user thereafter. Kuzan is able to form constructs out of ice. In combat, Kuzan can create weaponry, primarily forming swords and spears, but he can also make more elaborate constructs, like a giant pheasant to send flying at enemies. Kuzan can also bypass his weakness to water and falling therein, by freezing it before he can sink below the surface. Not only does this keep him from drowning, it lets him prevent enemies from escaping by sea, by freezing their ships in place, or render the sea a solid battleground for entire armies to fight on. Even by Logia standards, this ability has impressive potential. When used excessively for 10 days straight, it was able to permanently alter the very climate of half an island, rendering it a frozen, uninhabitable wasteland with constantly raging blizzards. As a former Marine admiral, Kuzan is a highly skilled Haki user. During the Summit War, Kuzan was seen using advanced-grade Busashoko Haki to negate an extremely powerful quake shockwave sent out by Whitebeard, by generating, with his fellow admirals, an emitted shield combination of their 3 Haki. Kuzan possesses the ability to use Kenbunchaku Haki. Kuzan has been shown to be adept at using weaponry formed from ice, like a hand-wielded sword, to clash with another swordsman.